Dwane, you had said before the game you thought your guys would be more prepared for Game 7. You must be really pleased with how they played start to finish.
I was, Doug. I thought the effort, the intensity, the focus was who we were. And on both ends of the floor, I thought we started out a little shaky defensively, but I thought as the game went on, we got locked in and tied in and did a much better job of guarding the basketball, keeping the ball in front of us, and I thought that was the key.
Dwane, can I ask you,
Frank on the right side.
can I ask you what this means for you, just on a personal coaching?
I mean, personally, I'm not a sentimental person, but again, for this program, from where we started to where we are now, and it's very important. I think we've done, everything that we set out to do. And again, Zach, we're not done yet. I mean, I know what it's like to win a championship, and I'm not saying we can do that, but I think this group is hungry, and never say never. I know one thing, our guys will compete, and that's all you ask at this time of year. Guys play hard, lay it on the line for 48 minutes, no matter who's in the game. So, but personally, it's rewarding to see the coaching staffs, but again, we still have another series to go in the Eastern Conference.
Arden on the left side.
Dwane, Kyle and DeMar obviously had great games, but did DeMar carry?
I can't hear you. He did. I thought his defense on Dwayne Wade, who I think is you're looking at a Hall of Fame player in Dwayne Wade, and I thought he did a commendable job on him. I thought he was really tight, locked in. I thought it was one of his best games into the basketball in the pick and rolls. And to guard Dwayne Wade for as long as he did is very difficult to do, because I think he's one of the top one-on-one players when he's got it going in the league, because he's got power, he's got strength, and DeMar matched each move for him tonight. And again, I want to say this: my hat is off to the Miami Heat, a class organization, class coaching staff, class team. Coach Riley is one of the classiest presidents GM in the league, plus he's a Kentucky guy. So, but again, my hat is off to them. It's a hard-fought series, and it was tit for tat, and it was one of the best series I thought in the NBA this year.
Joseph on the right.
Dwane, with how effective
On the right side.
with how effective Miami's small ball was in Game 6, how much did you struggle with the decision to stay big, or was it something that you knew you were going to stick with the whole time?
Again, it was something I knew we were going to stick with. I thought the 20 offensive rebounds told the story. Tonight, we didn't play big in our last game. I thought tonight we played big. If we're going to do that, you got to, if you're going to stay in the game, you got to make sure you plant your feet in the lane and do what you do. And I thought Bismack and Patrick did that. They played big. I thought in the game in Miami the other night, they didn't play big. And again, they won that battle. They stayed small and won that battle. But tonight, I thought our big guys made them pay.
John on the left side.
That was what I was going to ask you about. But why do you think? Was it just a different mentality? I know it was Patrick crashing aggressively early.
It was huge.
Was it just a different mentality with those guys?
Again, when you can understand human nature, John, you and I will get that business going together. It's the same thing we're preaching. You've got to make them pay if you're going to play, if we're going to stay big. If you don't, we got to get you out. And today, they did a heck of a job of doing that. And, Patrick and Biz both give you an opportunity to play. They can play smaller perimeter guys. But the other night, like you said, they didn't do it, and today they did. They got out on the perimeter, guarded, kept guys in front of them, and then when the shot went up, they planted their feet and took a stand in the paint and played like big men in the paint.
Dwane,
Mike on the right.
To your right here. I'm sorry.
Right over here, Mike over
Yeah.
the right. Yep.
A couple things. One, what can you say about what Lowry gave you in all facets of the game, and then what does it mean to your franchise to finally get to the Eastern Conference Finals?
One, Michael, is I know it's kind of cliches, but we never doubted Kyle and DeMar. They are our guys. They're here. They're our all-stars, and I thought they both played like it tonight. Kyle led us. If he was going to have to play, if he hadn't gotten foul trouble the other night, he was going to play 40-plus minutes. Tonight he did. They both stepped up and carried us. But the key with that is, though, Bismack came up and gave us 17 points. DeMar Carroll played well offensively, and so did Patrick. So I thought that was the difference. You had the same numbers basically as you had the other night, but other people stepped up. To the franchise, I think it's another step for us. We're not there yet. Again, you can just see the growth though of the players, the confidence they have in each other, and what we're doing. The buy-in over the last 3 or 4 years has been good to see. And again, we're not a finished product yet.
Ryan on the left.
You don't know. You obviously have a quick turnaround now. Do you have any idea when JV might be able to return?
We'll see. I'm not sure, Ryan. I don't know. He's still limping around, but doing therapy 24/7, and so we'll see.
Obviously, Cleveland has gone small successfully. When he's back, do you anticipate he'd be able to be effective against that?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Holly. Oh, no, Holly. Sorry. James, go ahead.
Kyle's had plenty of big games for this team and had plenty of big fourth quarter performances and things like that. But with the magnitude of this game, have you seen a bigger performance from him?
No, I thought, the moment and what it means, James, I think tonight was huge for him, for both he and DeMar. I thought they stepped up at the right time, at the right game, at the right place. And not only the offensive end, I thought Kyle's defense was extraordinary. I thought he was into the basketball, some of his best pick and roll defense, of hounding the ball, being into the ball, dictating direction was huge. And both men stepped up to the moment.
Ryan, go ahead.
DeRozan and Lowry had struggles at points in the playoffs, but they've had 3 monster games to close out the series. How big was their mental toughness and adversity and just finishing off strong against Miami?
Huge, Ryan. I thought, again, they're our guys. They carried us all year, and I knew, there was some moments, golly, are they ever going to make a shot? But you knew deep in your heart that you believed that those guys were going to come around and they you're not going to forget how to score. I've been in this thing a long, long time, and I've never seen scorers forget. They may have a bad couple of weeks, month, but it's going to come back around. It's like riding a bike. And so they did, and, it was great to see. And it was 3 monster games, and hopefully they can keep that momentum going on the offensive end, and don't forget about the defensive end.
Final question to Steve in the back.
Dwane, so much has been emotionally up and down through 2 series. One game great, one game not so great. One day you're a genius, the next day you're not. One day Kyle's an all-star, the next day can't make a shot. How do you stay on the same plane while all this is going on, and what does it feel like after all that to be sitting there right now, the winner?
As my kids tell me, we go do this. We go through one ear out the other, the noise. Again, I think it's important that you understand and stay with your process, stay with the plan, stay with your philosophy, and trust in your guys. And I think that's what we did was believe in our guys and trust them. And the buy-in that the players had was unbelievable. And they never lost confidence in each other, never lost confidence in the plan. It could have been easy for Kyle and DeMar to say, hey, this is not working, let's go to plan B. But they stuck with it, and they stuck with the process. And I thought that was the most important thing. The guys stuck together. They continued to trust each other, believed in each other, and we believed in them. And I think, I know in my heart, from a coaching standpoint, that's the most important thing. The guys stay together through thick and thin. And to win a championship, that's the way you have to do it. And it doesn't happen overnight. And I'm gonna say this again: we're not a finished product. We're right now. I think we're a step ahead of the process, but we're not a finished product yet, Steve.
Thank you. Oh, go ahead.
What's that?
Fucking guy.
Right. Oh, it was. It's one of those things that the guys, they kind of lost confidence a little bit. Kyle coming back in, shooting late at night, but he still stuck with the process. He stuck with his confidence in what we were doing offensively and defensively, and I thought that was important. He never lost confidence in the team, and once he got his game together, then he never wavered. He never started pointing fingers in the offensive sets, what we were doing. He knew we was trying to help he and DeMar both, but they stuck together and kept the confidence. And I thought that was very important.